Morning, everyone. Today is the 31st of July 2026. So, today I want to talk about complacency. I wrote 2 poems about this. Um, I wrote 3 poems about this, but I use birds as symbols for complacency and comfort. In my poem, The Ivory, it talks about birds finding a home in an ivory, and then because they felt that the ivory was safe, it was secure, they could get their food on time, and then they were protected. But sometimes when the food was low, when there were no grains again, the birds would fight among themselves and bicker. And some of these birds would, because some of them had grown up hearing about tales about outside, how wild and how dangerous it was. So they would just be looking outside from their cage and look at and see some wild birds flying. And these wild birds were lean and agile, while them that were in the aviary were fat and slow. So it's about complacency. My second point was about the gilded cage. It's about some birds in a cage. When they were in that cage, um, when you're in that cage, they had an owner who was very, very good to them and kind to them. Then later, another owner came and he was extremely cruel to them. He would threaten them, if you don't want to stay in the cage, leave, go away. You're stupid and everything. And this birds were so shocked about this new owner's attitude towards them, because they had been rescued from the wild and had grown up in comfort, and they had forgotten how to fly. They had forgotten the benefits of flying. So they are fat and slow. So one day, by fate, the birds, the latch of the cage was open, and some of the few brave ones flew away, but most of them remained. And they thought, maybe this man will change, things will be better, but no, it did not get better. So the ones that remained in the cage continued waiting, hoping that with time they'll be bold enough to fly. And my third point is also about birds. This was something I witnessed. There was a time I bought 2 birds in a cage. So I kept them in this cage and I fed them. Then I realized that then one day one of them flew away. And the other one was there in the cage. He was so sad. So I said, okay, let me feed the second one. So I feed the second bird. The next morning I came and saw this bird dead. And the saddest thing about that was that bird